Hello. Today we'll try studying words through associations. What I brought along with me today is certain set of funny pictures or impactful pictures of cartoons that will make you help associate a particular word to these. This kind of study of words is through associations, and because it has a lot of pictorial depictions, the way of remembering these words becomes easier. The first slide that I'll start off is the word abhor. The cartoon that depicts is that a small kid has been punished by his mom. He's been asked to clean up the toilet. His feeling is absolutely horrible. This is the word abhor. By abhor, other words that we come across which are more commonly used are words like I hate or I abhor or probably dislike. A little more words, if we go into the thesaurus, the words will be like loathe, L-O-A-T-H-E, detest, abominate, despise and execrate. These kind of words that I just about cited, that is for example loathe, detest, dislike, abominate, despise or execrate, these are all not replaceable words though. These are those words which we can say are something like abhor. Depending on the situation and the intensity of the usage of the word, we can think about replacing them. We move into the second word, and this is a funny photograph, that of an ass or a donkey with a lot of load on its back. This word is assiduous. Assiduous, when we look at it, we should be forced to think of an animal which is extremely hardworking and perseverant. We've seen enough instances in India where we see an ass with at least 100 kgs put on it, and it's just about going hard and strong every day. That is an example of assiduous. Assiduousness is more to do with meticulousness as well as diligence also. The overall sincerity of perceiving a particular task and the overall perseverance to take it to the end is something which is called as assiduous. Other words here are words like sedulous, industrious, which is also hardworking. Meticulous is somebody who looks into the details of everything. Diligence is a little inclined towards sincerity. As I said these 4 or 5 words along with assiduous, what we mean is that all of them broadly do mean hardworking and perseverant, but when we dig deep, each one of them might have some situational importance, one of which digging towards sincerity towards details, which is by the word meticulous. Diligence is more to do with your intent. The third word here is here we see a cheerful girl. We call her Julie because we want to really remember that word. The word is ebullience. Sounds like see Julie dance. What we have on our hands is the grade sheet. That makes her so happy that she starts dancing. That is the expression of ebullience, which means cheerful and full of energy. See, there are people who sound ebullient if they are giving a wonderful good news to you over the phone. That is also ebullience. Sometimes we can say that the superb weather put him in an ebullient mood. Yes, see, after a wonderful summer when the first rains start, even the build up to that in terms of dark clouds puts you into an ebullient mood, which is cheerful and full of energy. Other words here are words like exuberant, buoyant, ecstatic, merry, jaunty, or an exhilaration. Exhilaration or exuberance are things which are very personal and depending on the nature of ours, wherein we have an overt way of displaying our emotions and our happiness. That is ebullience. The next word, this might be something which we are very familiar to in the age group that we are, wherein we know that a guy goes to a girl and tries to put everything hunky-dory. Say for example, here you can see this particular image where the guy goes up to her, praises her for literally everything, The way she looks, the way she talks, the way she dresses up, and the way she looks today. He fusses very much. That is effusive. Effusive by word means very demonstrative in displaying feelings and emotions. See, there are effusive characters. Nearly in every Bollywood movie you would come across somebody who has an effusive character, who is overtly expressive if in love and either which ways. Sometimes even in grand Indian marriages or weddings we use the word an effusive welcome. Effusive welcome could be with firecrackers, with flowers, with aarti, everything. That is effusive, wherein is extremely demonstrative in displaying feelings. Other words here could be unrestrained, unreserved, extravagant, fulsome, or demonstrative. Again, these words are not replaceable words, but these are words which broadly do mean the same. The next image that we see is for the word stoic. We can see this gentleman standing on fire where stones and arms are being thrown at him, but his face is just totally emotionless. That is what we call stoic, stony and icy. Something we have friends who are just unemotional. You go and tell them, yesterday I had a real fight with somebody and there was blood everywhere. We're like, oh, is it? This kind of an expression is a stoic expression. Stoic generally are expressionless does not still mean that they are unemotional by nature. The exact word meaning is enduring pain and hardship without showing one's feelings or complaining. Other words which are very similar to stoic, though not replaceable, are words like uncomplaining, patient, forbearing, accepting, or impassive. Again, even these 5 words in themselves are very different from each other. Uncomplaining could be somebody who feels everything, does have emotions, but is not showing it off. Stoic is very similar, but a patient guy, we cannot say that he has a lot of patience and therefore he is stoic. That's what I meant when I say these cannot be back or probably flipped in terms of words. They are broadly similar, does not mean replaceable. That is the word stoic. If I move to the next, again, here this person has come to submit certain books for his writing. The books that he's got are all extremely famous books, and he has the audacity to say that, I have written some of these books. Each one of them are by some famous authors. This problem is called plagiarism. Plagiarism, on a little lighter note, might be something which you all must have done for some or the other college assignment. Go Google, find something, copy paste and send it across until you're caught. It is yours. If you're caught, it is plagiarism. Plagiarism is more or less theft of somebody's material. Plagiarism by meaning means the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as one's own. Other words, though very blatantly one, is copying. We move on, we could say piracy, we could say theft, stealing, poaching, or even infringement of copyright. All these words are all plagiaristic, though not exactly replaceable. The next word, wonderfully explained, is somebody scratching his head, and the word is bomb blast of words. Such a presence is called bombast. Bombastic people are the ones who have heavy words for every occasion. If all I have to ask you is a simple how are you, a bombastic person might just go on and express 20 words for the same how are you. That is called bombastic presence. Bombastic people a lot of times might not be very normal in terms of their expression. They are the ones who might want to go overboard in explaining the amount of care that they have for you, and a lot of times they want to show off the kind of a control that they have over their language. Such behavior can also be called as pomposity or pompousness. Somewhere it could also be considered ranting, which is going ahead. Presence can also be verbose. Verbose is being a lot of words. Sometimes magniloquent grandiloquent, or even lofty. Lofty because not everybody would be able to connect to somebody with such high vocabulary and unnecessary demonstration of heavy words. Now, the words that we saw today: bombastic, plagiarism, stoic, effusive, ebullience, assiduous, and abhor, if we run through those cartoons again, I'm very sure these are going to stay with you for a long time to come. Happy associations, happy reading.